Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for day number 19 of the COAPA Cutfiles Summer Christmas YouTube Hop and day number 19 of our Scrappy Advent Calendar. So the prompt for today was to use rainbow. So as you can see, I've got this super cute rainbow cut file from the COAPA Cutfiles store. That will be linked directly in the description box down below. And of course, there will also be a link to the COAPA Cutfiles Etsy shop. This is your friendly reminder that the 25% off runs out tomorrow. So if you have been putting off purchasing any of those cut files, if you've filled up your cart or anything like that, now is your time. It will run out tomorrow. So you are definitely on your last few days now. I just love this cut file and this prompt going with this photo. I think it works absolutely perfectly. Lincoln is of course up on Katy's shoulders and you can see that there's like this ray of light going across the photograph, which I think just works so beautifully with the way the rainbow comes with the sun behind it. And I just think it's a perfect match. I was so happy with how this came together. I am using the Cocoa Vanilla Studios These Days collection and yeah, I just love it. So in the These Days collection, there's a few sort of mum and her kids type pieces of ephemera, but most of them have girls. So a mum and a girl. And I don't have a girl and Katy doesn't have a girl. So that is a little bit frustrating. Now, this particular piece of ephemera had a little boy hugging one side of her leg and a little girl hugging the other side of her leg. So I actually just cut the little girl off and I'm going to tuck that bit behind the photo. So it really just looks more like a mum with a little boy, which obviously works better for us and our family. That is, yeah, just a little bit frustrating that they haven't included more boys. But anyway, moving on. I love this collection. I just think it's beautiful. I love the soft color palette and yeah, I love it. Love it, love, 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 love. So I'm building up my clusters here. I'm going to have one little cluster over in this bottom right corner of the photo. I'm just covering up the last of that little girl with some tiny word phrases. Definitely getting some floral because how can you not with the gorgeous florals that come from Cocoa Vanilla Studios? I think you need to have floral on every single page. And I'm actually only going to do 2 clusters with this layout, but I think it works really well. I hope you have been enjoying our two side-by-side series that we've been going on with at the moment. We, of course, were participating in the hop and, of course, as every year, got our Scrappy Advent Calendar well underway. I cannot believe it is almost over because you know if it's over, that means that Christmas is right around the corner. I swear it was November just a few minutes ago. We have just packed so much into these last few months. If you are a regular on our channel, you'll know that we are from Melbourne in Australia, which means we are in literally the most locked down country city in the world. Now, what I mean by that is when we finally came out of lockdown, it was like, quick, we need to fit like 12 months worth of stuff in the next 3 months. And oh my goodness, have we ever tried to do that? We have just been so crazy busy. Work has been crazy busy because of course that gets back to normal and just seeing your friends and going places and events come back and everyone wants their like end of function and oh my gosh, it has just been nuts. All the weddings because they couldn't have them before. So I hope wherever you are, your December has not been as absolutely mental as mine. We're not quite at the end of it yet, but hopefully it starts to slow down soon. Work is finished now, so we've got our break for Christmas, so I can take a few deep breaths now, I hope. Hopefully yours, was not quite as ridiculous as mine was. But hey, I actually love it. You're stressed at the time, but there's nothing worse than sitting around with nothing to do. And I love seeing all my friends and socializing and getting out and about. So I can't really complain. You can see how my layout is coming together here. I've got that same problem that you sometimes have. I put my title up on top of my cut file, which is popped up on foam. But the word always, the A and the Y is falling between the two clouds, which means there's nothing for it to sit on that's up, that's at the same level as the rest of it. So I had to cut some teeny tiny pieces of foam, of like thicker, of double-sided foam tape to help pop up just those two little letters, because they're not, you could stick them flat onto the paper and it probably wouldn't matter, but I don't really like to do that. I like to have them all be the same height as the rest of the thickers on the page, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's what I was just spending all that time doing then. Popping away my thickers. I really love those. Those are beautiful. They kind of got a bit of, what's it called? Flocking? Is it called when your paper is flocked? That might not be the right word, but where it feels like felt, like it feels fluffy on top, that's kind of what these thickers are, which is just super cool. Popping on a few of those little buttons because they're really cute. And I almost put on a gold heart that you can see off to the right-hand side, but I thought that might be a little bit much. So instead, I'm going to put on some crystals. These are not part of the collection. The beautiful Cassandra from My Crazy Craft Obsessions sent that to me. And then, of course, some little puffy puffs as well, because can't say no to these little puffy stickers. And then this one is done. So I will, of course, splatter on some gold and black splatters. And she is finished. And I've got some close-ups coming up for you. So don't forget to stay tuned for tomorrow, which will be the last day of the COAPA Cutfiles YouTube hop. And Katy will have her layout for you tomorrow. And then we've only got a few days left until the end of our December Advent Calendar. I cannot believe it. I hope you have enjoyed everything you've been watching so far. I wonder if you've had a favourite throughout the month of December. I know I have a few layouts in particular that have really stood out to me that I've particularly loved. So hopefully that has happened to you as well. And I cannot wait to see you all on the 21st. I had to think about that for a minute. See you all then. Bye, everyone.